And welcome back to the Multinational Football League. Here today we have the Condors versus the Voyagers, excuse me. Toronto Condors versus Voyagers. This one's set to be a pretty good one right out the gates. I mean, defensively it should be a masterclass, but we've said that a million times, and man, that just doesn't really seem to be the case. But out comes Prescott in Space Stadium as they'll be taking on the Toronto Condors as an undefeated team. So, two undefeated teams, one with a tie, one without. We'll see who comes out on top here, and of course, we're gonna get straight into this one. Um, I will be posting these videos soon. More than likely, you'll see it right just a few seconds after I am posted. Today is, let's see here. I think today is Wednesday. So today is Wednesday. If you don't see these out by Wednesday, just feel free to put something in the comments to remind me to do that. But anyways, without further ado, I think we're gonna get into this game. Condors San Diego. Let's see what Lamar Jackson's able to do against Dak Prescott right here, right now. All right, Justin Tucker gonna kick us off. And seems to be at either the 5 or the 6. Couldn't really tell there, and they'll return to the 25 nonetheless. So Dak Prescott, get a good look at this guy. See, 36 for 62, 530 yards, 5 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, but they're winning regardless. As of right now, they're looking for their second victory in week 3. Which is weird because I did just call them undefeated, but you gotta recognize the tie in the bottom of the screen. But anyways, picking up their first win last week, we'll see what they're able to do here. And that's going to be a comfortable run on second down to make it 3rd and 6. So 3rd and 6 looming at the 29. Prescott looks to throw, passes. Oh, heavily defended there. I think that's Humphrey to get there, or Hamilton, excuse me. But it will be 4th and 6 at the 29-yard line, and now the Voyagers will go ahead and kick this ball off. So a 3 and out to start the game, and nice work on the kicking team special teams there. Nice little tackle at the 16 gets Lamar Jackson, who is 47 for 53, 380 yards, no touchdowns, only an interception to his name right now, even through 2 wins. The run game has seemed to carry them a long way with Derrick Henry and company. Lamar Jackson also more of the running type, as this one gets some Mark Andrews at the line of scrimmage. Wilson there to tackle him. 2nd and 10 at the 17 now. Jackson looking to throw. He's got Andrews once again, and Andrews, just tried to get across. Couldn't really get anything going there, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. Third and 1 at 26. Again, same sort of situation that the Voyagers faced, and we're going to have a delay of game. Lamar Jackson held at fault for the delay of game. Of course, they can't penalize the coach. So, we'll really have no clue whose fault it was. For now, they blame Lamar. Now 3rd and 6. This is the exact situation the Voyagers were in. Lamar fires sideline. He's got Zay for a first down. Zay Flowers has come in clutch when needed. He's been a high-valued target on this team and certainly making it known there. First down at 36, first down of the game as the Condors get ever closer to that midfield mark. Lamar, good time. Pass is caught, and it's going to be 9 yards, I believe. Man, I really am having a burning for it right now. I have no clue who the running back was. 2nd and 1. Big boy Henry getting the ball, and uh-oh. That looked like it might have gone for a lot more had that second tackler not come up in an injury timeout. Oh, no. Derrick Henry goes to the sideline. Not a sight to see for Condors fans, Voyagers fans, and they might be a little happy about that one, you know, not having to deal with him. And this handoff, woo! Huge difference. Justice Hill. Oh, thank you, game graphics. 18 rushes, 68 yards, and a touchdown for him last week. Hoping to repeat the cycle. Derrick Henry obviously getting back in here, but I don't know how much longer that's going to last. 2nd and 9 at the 45. Motion to Nelson Aguilar. Throwing, passes caught. And I believe that's Aguilar with 9 yards. Almost a first down. They just need a little extra. A little cherry on top. 3rd and 1 at the 37. Motion to the receiver. Lamar throws, and oh man, that one would have been laser precision. Kendricks, the closest one in coverage, and Flowers drops the ball. And hold on a second, the Condors are going for it. 4th and 1 at the 37 in opponent territory. Can they get something here? Yes, Mark Andrews holds on to the ball. First down, Condors. Great work there by the Condors to manage something there. Huge props to Henry for just holding on to that ball, and Justice Hill again held up at the line. 2nd and 9. This Voyagers run defense is nothing short of spectacular. You've got 2 star devs, and we're going to have a full start. The most called, or it's the 2nd most called behind obviously false starts, but man, the Condors just become guilty of almost any single one of those. Henry comes back in the game and immediately is taken down for a yard loss. Injury has to be doing something to him. An empty set now for Lamar Jackson. 3rd and 15 at the 38. Lamar looks to throw. Scrambles. He's going to get sacked. Michael Parsons. The first sack of the game. Fitting for this defensive edge. Oh my goodness. Defensive end absolutely knows how to get to that ball carrier. And uh-oh, folks. Outside my house right now, it's getting really windy and the clouds are getting very dark, so I don't particularly like that. Ooh. Seems like we're going to be in for some tough storms during this game, but that's all right. As long as the recording doesn't cut or anything, we should be all right. 1st and 10 at the midfield stripe. Handoff. And this one will go for 4 yards. It's Dowdle for 4. Hamilton on the tackle there. It becomes 2nd and 6 now. Prescott, quick pass out to Dowdle. And 2 yards behind the line. Hamilton fired up after that TFL. And it's going to be 3rd and 8. Or, excuse me, it's a 2-yard gain. I don't know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Prescott, clean pocket, throws it deep! End zone! Great coverage. Washington on the coverage there. And it's going to end up being 4th and 8. Voyagers, yet again, having to punt. So, we've seen the defensive game become a heavy factor. And, oh, man. Yeah, it quite literally looks reminiscent to a hurricane outside. You can literally only see little sheets of rain just pass by, so that's not looking good. Jackson goes deep! Andrews! 1st down! And a whole lot more! Great connection down the field to Mark Andrews. And man, oh man, just as I was talking about the storm outside, the Condors brewing a storm here. 1st and 10 at the 46. Seems to be man coverage based off of the top receiver. We'll see what's going on here. Flowers in that matchup up top, and Henry just has not been able to get going. Had that good run earlier when he was injured, or supposedly injured, but since then he's come back into the game. He hasn't done much of anything. They put the backup in, Justice Hill, who hasn't really gotten anything neither. They'll give it to him, though, on the pass, and that makes up for a bunch of yardage lost there. 3rd and 6. What just happened there? Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd and 6. 42-yard line. Jackson goes. He's got it. Zay Flowers with the 1st down. Micah Parsons nearly getting to Lamar Jackson as he was just scrambling to the right. Meanwhile, Henry. And this handoff is going to get 6 yards. That's much more than they could say just a few seconds ago. 2nd and 4 at the 20. So now in red zone territory. Motion. It's going to be a jet sweep. Derrick Henry with the lead block. And Aguilar has 1st and goal for the Condors. Just as we're about to end the 1st quarter, we'll see if they can get one more play out. 3, 2, oh, they're going to go. Jackson, last play, throws, Henry, touchdown! The 1st quarter is going to end up with Derrick Henry having a touchdown. Unbelievable. Derrick Henry catches the pass for what really should have been a tackle near the line of scrimmage. He got enough speed to go clear into the end zone. That's a great job being done by Derrick Henry. Rebounding off of being hurt a little earlier. And the end of the quarter now. 7-0. Condors with the lead. Great defensive game so far in the 1st quarter. Ow. Excuse me. Ow. Start the 2nd quarter just the same way we did the 1st with a kickoff. And the Voyagers will go ahead and return this at the 28. So trailing by 7. We'll see what Dak Prescott and the Voyagers offense has in store so far. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Prescott goes under center. Play action. Prescott, plenty of time. Delivers it to the fullback. I believe that's a 1st down. Yes, it is. Yeah. It was nuts. 1st down at the 41. Prescott looking to throw. Pass is dropped near the sticks. causing a clear amount of pressure on that secondary. Going to be 2nd and 10 at the 41. I don't know why everybody's getting so loud outside. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Prescott is going to have 7 yards. 3rd and 3 at the 48. Inside their own territory still. They need to get the 49 in Condor territory to have a first down here. Prescott going a little deeper than that. He's got it. 41-yard line, first down. C.D. Lamb with the catch there. Hamilton close in company. So, yeah, that's just a great read by Lamar Jackson. Way to make it happen here. First down at the 41. Prescott zips this one off quick, and it's a first down. First down at the 31. Prescott and his team moving down the field with quite the efficiency. As Prescott looks to throw, he is going to have, well, could have had Ferguson if he wasn't being sandwiched by Condors defenders. As it'll end up being 2nd and 10 now at the 31. Prescott, the throw, pass is caught. And it's going to be 5 yards. And then the lineman going down here, Zach Martin. Get a look at him a little later on. And now it's 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw. He is lit up. C.D. Lamb gets lit up right there by Simpson. And it forces the incompletion, forces 4th down as well. They're going to attempt a 42-yarder here. With Brandon Aubrey. Kick is up and good. 7-3. As Aubrey nails that one. We'll get you a look here at the Voyagers. The Voyagers defense. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 27 now. We'll see Lamar Jackson coming back out. Only 1 incompletion today. 113 yards and a touchdown. So, plenty of room to improve those stats. As well as get his team in the end zone. Especially here on this drive. Pass is caught over the middle. The first down. And 2nd and 2 at the 35. Play action. Lamar over the middle. Zay Flowers holds on. First down at the 46-yard line inside their own territory yet. 1st and 10 at the 46. And Lamar motions Mark Andrews looking to throw. Goes out to Mark Andrews, and he is going to be leveled. Just as he catches that ball, it's going to be 2nd and 10 at the 46. Lamar with an empty backfield so far. And this motion man going to receive the ball. It's Justice Hill, and he's only got a yard. So much for the behind-the-back stuff. It's going to be 3rd and 9. 47-yard line. Condors looking for the first down beyond the 50. Lamar, pass to Mark Andrews, is caught, and he isn't getting any further. 4th and 4 at the 48. Mark Andrews catching the ball to end the drive, and that Voyagers defense standing strong. They certainly don't want to lose and end up like their counterparts in the Canton Tigers. They want to stay undefeated as far as obviously their 3 columns go. Obviously they put 1 in the tie column, and now looking to keep it in the wing column. Handoff here will end up being 2 yards. 19-yard line is where they get to. Dowdle with the completion makes it 2nd and 8. Or the run makes it 2nd and 8. Prescott goes passing from under center, and CeeDee Lamb will catch this one just short of the first down marker, makes it 3rd and 2. Prescott under center, looking to throw, passes, nearly caught by CeeDee Lamb. That was a close one. And it's going to end up being 4th and 2. 25-yard line is where this drive will end, and that's a 3 and out for the Voyagers. And the Condors certainly making their case. That's a huge hit. First down, Lamar Jackson still with only one incompletion, 138 yards, and that lone touchdown keeping him in company. He's got neutral stats now with touchdowns and interceptions, so we'll see how that shakes out. Lamar throws to his outside. He's got Mark Andrews. It's going to be 2 yards. 2nd and 8 at the 26. Condors looking to get down the field here with somewhat fast efficiency going into the 4 minutes of the first half, and nearly getting the first down there is Isaiah Likely. Been a guy you can't really talk about here in this game. Finally pops up right there, so he's definitely the best backup they have at tight end. So, of course, he's going to get the ball some as Condors getting the handoff to Derrick Henry. Henry shakes off the tackle. He's got a first down at 39. And an injury timeout for the Voyagers. Seems to be to their secondary. That's not a very good sign. Limping off the field, going to the locker room straight away. 1st and 10 for the Condors. Now motion for Justice Hill. Lamar throwing. Pass is caught. He's got the inside man. It's Rashad Bateman. And it's going to be a first down at the 48 inside enemy territory. Makes it 7 and 3. Or 1st and 10. Of course, at the 48 once again. 7 to 3. Still a score, excuse me. Condors to throw. Passes caught, and Zay Flowers nearly with a first down there. 38-yard line is where they venture to. 2nd and inches at the 38. And a fake handoff. Lamar's going to take off with it. He's got a first down with a little sprinkle. 2-minute warning. 7 to 3. The Condors still with the lead and looking to add on to it in the final moments of the first half. Even if that only means a field goal, as this is a slip screen, and Justice Hill will end up getting knocked down in the backfield. Great job by the Voyagers D-line. Going to end up being 2nd and 11 at the 34. A little bit of a single back form going here. Lamar. Making sure he's got the call. Pass is caught. Mark Andrews. He's got only 3 yards to the first down marker, 3rd and 3 at the 26 now. Lamar. Motion to Isaiah Likely. Little trips bunch here. Throw is caught, and Mark Andrews with a first down at the 20-yard line. First and 10 at the 20. Lamar pointing out what he thinks might be a blitz. He's right, and down he goes. No one listens, and it's going to be 2nd and 18. DeMarvion Overshone with the sack right there. 2nd sack for the Voyagers today, and the 2nd sack overall of this game. So, timeout taken there by the Condors. They obviously want to score within reasonable time here. 35 seconds left on the clock. You definitely want to call that timeout. Smart decision there by the Condors head coach. Meanwhile, San Diego stays with their 3 timeouts. Isaiah Likely motioning across. Lamar. Pass to Mark Andrews is caught. And timeout for the Voyagers. They got a man down. Voyagers will have Williams go out. That's, again, on their secondary. Pretty sure that's a linebacker going out for them. As it'll be 3rd and 11. 30 seconds left. Lamar. Clean pocket. Chooses to run. Fumble! Voyagers hop on it! And the Voyagers are going to end up with the game's first turnover. And going to try to create some magic here with a little bit of a time restraint. Great, and I mean great job by Kendricks. Overshown with the ball afterwards. And going to be Dak Prescott coming back out for the Voyagers. 24 seconds left. So that time restraint becoming apparent. And a deep shot. Wide open, CeeDee Lamb. No one's catching him. It's a foot race, and he's winning. Touchdown, Voyagers. CeeDee Lamb takes advantage of a completely blown coverage. 2 corners biting on the route underneath, and CeeDee Lamb just goes the rest of the way. There are certainly some teams around the league that would have liked that to end off their first half, as they'll finally score a touchdown here. The defense has kept what's thought to be a high-powered offense at bay here. Only a play to go 86 yards down the field. Hardly any time taken off the clock. 14 seconds left. 35. They're going to go to the 30 in their own territory. 1st and 10 for Lamar Jackson. He's got 2 backs back there. Lamar Jackson is going to run, and it's going to be a huge mistake. Kendricks getting back there. He's the one that forced the fumble earlier. And 000 as the first half ends. The San Diego Voyagers popping up at the end of the first half, making it 7-10 with the lead. All right, here's your halftime report. We've been doing a lot of the games that the halftime show features that haven't been done yet, so let's take a look at some of the ones we have done. San Juan Steamers versus the Brooklyn Blues, 7-16. You already know the story. The Blues win that one to go 2-1. 0-3 Steamers in that as well. Louisville Lumberjacks versus the Memphis Shamrocks. It's 3-0 or 3-0 for the Louisville Lumberjacks. 27-10 does give them an undefeated season yet. Virginia Beach Dragons versus the Dublin Redwoods. The Redwoods continue on to an undefeated season still in a low-scoring matchup against the Dragons. Now, Dak Prescott finds a hole in the defense about as big as a bus and gets CeeDee Lamb open for a touchdown first play after a turnover. So Condor is going to have to manage their turnovers wisely. 7-10 at the start of the 3rd quarter. And the Condors will run this one out to the 26. And Lamar Jackson coming out to try and, break the 1 touchdown thing here, as the Voyagers have just gotten in their heads, taking what their average was, scoring that against them, and now 2nd and 5 is looming for the Lamar Jackson-led Condors. Pass is caught, and it's going to be 3rd and inches. Right out the gates, 36-yard line is where they get to. Just need that little extra bit of length to get it done here. And time running low, and we're going to have a flag. Delay of game by the offense sets them up with 3rd and 5 now instead of 3rd and just inches away. So that definitely hurts the Condors. It's been what's hurting them so far, like at all. This entire game has just come down to penalties so far for the Condors. Lamar in trouble, and he gets this one off. Oh, man. A very talented defensive line nearly getting to Lamar Jackson, as it's going to end up being 7-10. The Voyagers will get the ball back still with that 3-point lead, so it's nice to see. And the 25-yard line. So now CeeDee Lamb, 6 targets, 3 receptions, going 103 yards in that first half with a touchdown to end it all. And those 86 yards certainly helping on what was an explosive touchdown catch and nearly intercepted by Marlon Humphrey. Second and 10 at the 25 still. And Prescott throws, passes caught for a 6-yard gain. It's going to end up being 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the Voyagers. And now we're just going to see what happens here. Passes caught. CeeDee Lamb with the first down. The Voyagers are moving a little bit more confident after a huge explosion like that. Now, empty backfield here for Prescott and the Voyagers. And the blitz being somewhat stopped. It's not going to stop that sack. Kyle Van Noy getting back there for a 4-yard loss on the sack. And they're celebrating right now in Prescott's face. So it's got to be at least a little bit more extra motivation. And this handoff goes to Dowdle. Not going to go anywhere past that, though. Smith, though, getting the TFL, I guess you could say, 3rd and 14. Looking to pass. Prescott is brought down. And Matabuke getting to him that time. And the Voyagers now have a new contender. And the sack count here as Matabuke gets back there and drops Prescott for a sizable gain. And now it's going to end up being 4th and 25 at the 21. Obviously, a call to the punt team here. Only an insane man would go for that, even in a late game situation, as this is caught. And it's going to end up going to the 28. So, Lamar Jackson, 27-29, or 29, 200 yards and a touchdown. Still, the only scoring they've done today. Been a heavily contested one on offense. Derrick Henry with 5 yards. And at some point, you got to wonder, I mean, with how defensive this game has been, do they just take and stay happy with, a 3-point lead here? If you're the Voyagers, Zay Flowers saying nada. First down at the 46. And Flowers got some beautiful separation on that play. Let's take a look. Lamar Jackson reading this one beautifully. And Zay Flowers able to cap the job off very well. Great offensive separation. It's going to end up being 1st and 10 at the 46 inside of the Voyagers territory now. Henry in motion. They're going to give it to Mark Andrews, the tight end, and he's got 7. 2nd and 3 at the 38. Condors looking to break this only 1 touchdown play calling here. As we'll see 2nd and 3 coming up here. Jackson keeps it himself. And it's going to end up being 1st down at the 32-yard line. So 1st down at the 32-yard line. And now, of course, you got 2 X factors in that backfield. I mean, if you're the Voyagers, which I'm surprised, they've only held them to 1 touchdown today. But they've got some big boys there on that line, making some big plays in this one. And even the secondary stepped up a little bit. Obviously, linebackers not really included in that one, but Derrick Henry actually getting a 1st down right there inside the red zone, so I'll shut that one up. They have done pretty well, though. I will say that. They've definitely made a push as a team to get better in that statement. So now Rashad Bateman moving across in motion, play action. Jackson goes back to Henry, and it's going to be 3 yards. 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line. Now a score here would put the Condors up by 4. Makes it 7-10. And Jackson looking to throw. Clean pocket, goes end zone! Touchdown, Mark Andrews! What a toe tap right there for Mark Andrews to get in. The Condors end up taking back their lead. And man, oh man, what a diving catch. Brilliant throw as well by Lamar. But wow, just truly insane right there, the play in general. Clean pocket, making good contested catches. That's all you want from your offense. As it's the Condors with 8 plays, 73 yards, and only took them about 4.5 minutes to get down the field and score. So the 3rd quarter changes scores up a little bit. Voyagers got to find a way to get out of that slump the same way the Condors did if they want to keep that undefeated season alive. Is going to be 1st down at the 28. Both teams going to fight vigorously in the 4th. I just know it. CD Lamb with 4 receptions today. He's got our lone touchdown for the Voyagers, and again, they'll be looking to make the change here. And Dowdle just getting caught up on a bunch of linemen. He's going to go down a yard short of the line of scrimmage. Ends up being 2nd and 11 at the 28. Dak looking to throw. Nice little pocket there. Gets it off quick, and it's going to be a 1st down. Brandon Cooks. 1st and 10 at the 40 now. Trip bunch at the bottom of the screen. And Dak picks up some blitz help, and CD Lamb drops that ball. Man, that would have been nice if he could have held on. Would have saved some time for the Voyagers. Instead, it's going to be 2nd and 10. Prescott, and he's just going to have no choice but to throw it out of bounds here. Makes a 3rd and long situation. Under a minute and a half left here in the 3rd quarter. Prescott being tracked down, and he's just going to throw this one out of bounds too. I mean, again, really no other option. You certainly don't want to take the sack there. And Prescott, understandably, getting heated right now with his line. I mean, letting a bunch of people through. We have seen some very clean pockets here, though, so I don't know. That one barely trickles into the end zone. It could have been our 1st spot right there. And Lamar Jackson. Man, what a dime he throws to Mark Andrews there. Henry with a passing touchdown, of course. And other than that, I mean, they've really been dormant. You know, with all the flashy plays that happen just a drive ago. They really have been dormant other than those two scores. And now Lamar Jackson throws, and this one's met on the crossing route. Lamar Jackson has been throwing pretty well in this matchup. 238 pass yards for this offense as a whole. And now it's going to be 2nd and 6. Third quarter winding down. They obviously want to bring some clock down with it. And Jackson to Henry. Henry's got a huge lead, and it's going to be a first down at the 46. 25 seconds left. And going to end up being 1st and 10 now. Trip bunch at the top of the screen here, and they're just going to let the clock run out. Understandably so. The end of the quarter, 14-10, the Condors regain their lead. Just looking to see if this Voyagers defense at some point can hold up. And their offense got to make some stuff look good here. 14-10. Lamar and the Condors have been trying vigorously all game to get past that scoring hump. They did on the last drive. They seeing an opportunity now. I don't know what he saw there. Deron Bland nearly had that ball intercepted. And it would have been a pretty lengthy return, too. Not saying pick 6, but, I mean, would have been pretty close. Lamar. He's going to step up and run. Lamar with the speed. He's got a first down at the 30-yard line in opponent territory. He might honestly have more yards than both running backs combined right now. And that's just fine because Lamar is known for that. He is a running back in the Condors field of play here. 1st and 10 at 30. Pass is caught, and it's going to be 4 yards. Here, Deron Bland meeting the 4-yard gain with some force, and going to end up being 2nd and 6. They go RPO here. Aguilar's the read, and it's just not going anywhere but backwards. Great play right there out of number 7, which I assume is Diggs. Gonna end up being 3rd and 5. Play clock running low. I know they've had some problems with that here, and oh, nearly had this play clock run down on him once again. Isaiah Likely with a first down and near the 10-yard line now. Very deep red zone presence now. And they've been pretty good in the red zone. I mean, you're talking touchdowns, field goals, you name it, they've been doing it. Henry with a sizable gain. He gets 3. And being 2nd and 7 at the 8. Very short field in front of them. Can the Voyagers make a stop here? Who knows? Henry runs again, and it's going to end up being 3 yards once again. 3rd and 4 at the 5. Even if they settle for a field goal, the Voyagers would definitely be thankful. That's a touchdown! Isaiah Likely with his first touchdown of the game. 3 touchdowns now for the Condors. Sets them up nicely in this 4th quarter. Incredible. What a game here for the Condors. They want to obviously improve to a 3-0 start, just like a couple teams have done around the league. I might even get an updated post on all the 3-0 teams. So 35-yard line, always the kickoff roll, and they'll return this one at 26. So 1st and 10. Now from there, Dak Prescott. He hasn't been nice all day. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I'm surprised this Voyager defense has more turnovers because, man, This one here lately has been pretty bad for the Voyagers. 21-10, a lead for the Condors. If they want anything done here, they'd have to score right about now. And oh God, what a hit! Marlon Humphrey laying the wood. It's going to end up being 3rd and long. Certainly don't want a 4 and out or 3 and out here. As Prescott immediately feels pressure. It's going to be a 1st down, but not without a hospital ball for Ferguson. Huge hit right here. Steps up in the pocket, throws, and just clocked. As he catches that one, it's right in front of him too, so that had to feel like running into a tree stump, as that's going to end up being 1st and 10 at 37. Prescott throws it across, caught, and it's going to be 2nd and 5. Ferguson again, the intended receiver, catching once again, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. Condors with a considerable lead here, and now the Voyagers looking to get something going here. Pass is caught. It's going to be another 1st down. They've still got plenty of time, and uh-oh, that's not good. The receiver on the sideline here is getting checked out. We'll get to him in just a minute. That is a bad injury to have. Any wide receiver, let alone your starter, getting hurt. That is not good. Prescott throws a pick. Condors might have a pick 6 here. They do. Walks in. Touchdown, Condors. Condors have taken this lead seriously in the 4th quarter. Brandon Stevens. Man, oh man, what a way to get on that route here. Hear a lot of guys talk about jumping the route, and clearly done there with Stevens. As it'll end up being 27-10. Pending the extra point, it'd be 28. So it is 28-10. 18 yards, or 18 points. Now the lead for the Condors, and man, it has not been fun to be a Voyagers fan. They're going to have to go down to triple ones, which usually I see it as bad luck, but maybe they see it as a little bit of a different feeling. Prescott with a 1st and 10 here at the 31. After that decent return, probably one of the better returns we've seen today, is going to end up being received here with the 28-10 lead for the Condors. Prescott going deep down the field, and the intended receiver is just rocked. Humphrey has been on it all day. As far as the receiving duties go, Prescott, good pocket throws for 5. Gonna end up being 3rd and 5. 36-yard line now for Prescott. Looking to throw. Pass is going beyond the sticks. It's the 1st down. CeeDee Lamb stays up to make it past to the 49. So inside their own territory still. I don't know if they're really in a position right now where they can say no to going for it on 4th down, even if, you know, the play call isn't ideal. I mean, think about it. You're down 28-10. You've got to win here to keep your undefeated season alive, and you know that obviously means a lot to the fans and, of course, the team in general. As we close in with 4 minutes left, this whole thing could be done with just a few party favors, and a drop there. Not going to do it for the Voyagers. That's Mingo on the drop right there. 2nd and 10. Prescott throws across the middle. It's caught by Ferguson, and Ferguson staying up, but he ends up getting tripped a little bit. Gonna end up being 3rd and 4. Then they're already running the no-huddle offense. 3rd and 4. Prescott to throw. He's got Ferguson. Ferguson goes along the sideline. It's gonna be a first down at 17. Again, going no-huddle. Prescott willing to take the risk right now. Steps up in the pocket, and he lunges forward for a gain of 3. Again, no huddle here. Running plenty of time off the clock. The Condors love to see it. And the Voyagers, that's a sack! If I'm a head coach, I'm calling the timeout right there. And, uh-oh. An injury on that line. It seems like so. Number 99 not going to be in the game here. That is a... I'm not saying the injury was good, but that's a huge saver for the Voyagers. And Dowdle is going to go forward, 4th and 4. No huddle offense. They're still going to go for it. They have to. Prescott to throw. Under pressure. He goes down. Game over. Kyle Van Noy recording the sack that is going to be the dagger in this one. He steps up, trying to escape the pressure. Just can't do it before it's too late. And I gotta tell you, I mean, if you're the Voyagers, I'm considering looking for linemen in either the draft or free agency at this point, because, I mean, it's not looking very good. The offensive highlights for the Condors, though, have been pretty good. I mean, you're talking about a guy that has led this team to thousands of playoff chances, and this really is just a continuation of the NFL, so would love to see the Condors go on a long run. 1st and 10 at the 28. After a run by Justice Hill, probably his longest of the day. Clock stops at 2 minutes 13. Hand off to Henry. Henry is wrapped up in the backfield. 10 rushes for the Behemoth today, only 37 on the rush yards, and 2-minute warning coming up with a 28-10 lead. The Condors set in a very good position to win this game. An 18-point deficit for the Voyagers is probably going to end up being how this one ends. Lamar Jackson going to take this, and it only goes for 3, so 3rd and 11. Last thing any Condors fans want to see is, you know, their running back at QB get injured here. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, as Mark Andrews will go in motion and we'll have a flag. This should waste plenty of time. I almost got to wonder if that one was intentional. I mean, I know they're faking like it wasn't, but, or they could be faking like it wasn't, but gotta wonder, man, like, is that an intentional thing here? 3rd and 16. They're going to fake the handoff. Lamar is going to pick up some of the previously gained yardage. It's going to be 4th and a whole nother 10 yards. So they're going to have to punt to the Voyagers here. They've kept them in a position to where, hey, I mean, they can score, but it's going to be a garbage time touchdown or field goal. Depends on whichever one they want, I guess, as time running low in the 4th quarter and in this game, which is a huge factor here. That was a nice hit, by the way, by the Condors. And we're taking a look at Prescott. Man, he has been going down a lot. Van Noy has been a problem, as well as Matabuke getting back there earlier. So certainly something to look for on this team from here on out. You definitely want that line to improve. I'm doing a video. 9 yards. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that was just one of my friends, so. too much hate here. I wasn't a PS party. I probably could have had everybody muted. That's my fault. And the timeouts are coming here. Not really much of a use for them, but they do end up happening here. 1st and 10 at the 32 or with 32 seconds on the play clock. Dowdle with the slip screen and makes it 2nd and inches. Timeout and one final play. All that remains for the Voyagers. Prescott dropping back. Heaves one down the field. Incomplete. So that is exactly how this game will end. 28-10, the Condors are going to end up with a undefeated start to the season throughout 3 games. And the Voyagers, just like the Canton Tigers, going down to 1-1-1. So triple ones here for the Voyagers, and honestly, how can you blame them? I mean, this defense was great most of the time. I mean, you see right there, Overshone clearly with that, and then the offense started selling them a little bit right there, as you seen earlier with the highlight pick, and Prescott ends up getting thrown down. The only touchdown they score of the day is CeeDee Lamb's long 86-yard field, or 86-yard touchdown. I don't know why I said field goal. That is not really that possible, to be honest with you. So, okay, Lamar Jackson, QBR is 122.5, 37 completions, 40 attempts, so only 3 incompletions throughout this game. Reasonable stat line for that, 296, 92 completion percentage, so probably the highest completion percentage we've seen so far out of all the weeks we've done this franchise, and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 7.4 yards along the QB spectrum there, 24-yard bomb, the longest. Prescott, man, I tell you, he had a very good game today, but the team sort of letting him down. Sorry for that misclick. 23-40, or 23-4, 40 attempts, and that is how the cookie crumbles. 253 yards, 57 completion percentage, and neutral in touchdowns and interceptions. So not a good look there. Derrick Henry stopped on the ground, and I mean, the best rusher so far was Lamar Jackson today. I mean, he only has 50 yards, and he's considered the best runner by far. 24 yards, his longest run, so good for him. Mark Andrews with 14 receptions, 97 yards, nearly 7 yards on average. Touchdown for him, as well as CeeDee Lamb in this game with 120. He leads. And we're just looking for any injuries. Yep, Brandon Cooks is placed on IR. We'll see if he ends up going back next time out. On the defense, anything? Oh, hold on, a few. So Owe is gonna go out. Malik Hooker, a huge free safety for the Voyagers, ends up going out, and we'll see if we can find anybody else up. Yep, Sam Williams, the right end for the Voyagers, going out as well. And other than that, that is all I have for you lovely viewers today. Lamar Jackson and the Condors come away with a win in a hostile environment versus the Voyagers. So, I mean, really, what more could you ask for? Lamar Jackson was big in completions and touchdowns today. And with 10 seconds left in the recording, that's all I'll say. See you later from San Diego.